Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
We have Stephen Lewis, who's the co-founder of Energetic Matrix Church of Consciousness, calling us now from British Columbia. And we never know what we're going to hear from Stephen, but it's always good stuff that you're never going to hear anyone else talk about. So, Stephen, welcome to our show.
It's always good to be here with you, and I hope to say that to you for many, many, many years.
Yes, I think of you every time I look in the mirror and I say, okay, Stephen, thank you.
Well, you're quite welcome. But we were saying that what I've been saying for about 15 years, saying what's happening, is suddenly become evident to everyone. And it's not good news, but it's not news. It's inevitable. And that is that people are not doing so well. Almost anywhere you look, you'll see houses going up for sale. You'll see people, either a husband or a wife, planning to be alone because their mate is in the hospital or faces a demise or something. And it's going to reach its apex this year. It'll really start by around, I would say, Mother's Day, which is sometime in May. I'm not being a mother, I'm not sure. Although I should know, because my mother always told me it's the most important day of the year. I always disputed that. But it's going to reach its peak somewhere around Mother's Day. And that's saying quite a bit.
Well, Stephen, it has been alarming. It has been unquestionably out of this world in a way of what is going on in politics. And I'm really at a loss. And you obviously aren't. You didn't know it was going to be this way, but you knew something was going to happen, right?
Oh, no, I knew it would be exactly like this.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I think it'll be a lot worse very shortly.
Really?
Yes. Yes, you're talking about a situation that is the human condition. And as such, well, it's not all humans. It's humans who are, let's say, urban, but urban in the loosest sense. I mean, if people live 50 miles outside of a city, that's urban. So, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if someone lives, in the North Pole, that may not be, okay, that's not urban. But for most of us, it is urban. Because, if someone goes to the city for a day or two, bingo, they're right in that loop. So, no, it's the human condition, and it's neither better nor worse than I expected. It's what I expected because it's predictable. This is what my work is, and here it is. It's not predictable for you or for me or for people, but you're on the AIM program. You basically, let's put it this way. Let me speak in general energetic terms. You have an energetic immune deficiency. You do. And as such, it means whatever imbalances, kind of like diseases, you have hereditarily, that you brought with you, will become ragingly active. You are not immune from that. But you do have an edge. Do you understand what that edge is, Anita?
Well, not really when you say it that way. What is my edge?
You ain't got no immune diseases.
Oh, okay. No, I understand that. So that's my edge with...
Well, yeah. What is there to become active?
Nothing, but I'm...
No, just got it. If you say it right, don't elaborate. You got it right.
Okay.
Prize. That's it. You won. exactly. You have nothing. Are you finished detoxing everything? Yes. Yeah. So that is what I've been aiming for all these years that you've known me and many years before that. And I guess it's good that it took this long to come true rather than just a year or two, because there have been so many recent things, imbalances I've found hereditarily, that are now gone, that I've helped people heal. And that's all I do, help people focus what they must heal, and they do. And then once you heal something, it's gone. It's gone. You're not going to get any new hereditary diseases. Even if you're a born-again Christian, you're not going to get any new hereditary diseases.
Yay! I'm happy for that. But mentally, I'm disturbed.
Phrase I find is appropriate to you. You are the first person in the history of your family to have no family history. Think about that.
Amazing.
Right. Now, you do have a family history on you. You have your eye color, you're this, you're that, whatever. But you have to my knowledge, no hereditary imbalance, diseases. And that is a huge, huge weapon. I would assume for you, we've spoken how many times? I don't know how many.
I don't know, 50? A lot.
Yeah, and we've never met.
No, but I know you. I mean, I know I've seen your picture. I know who you are. You've seen my picture, and that's all I need.
Yeah, but I mean, I assume people who look at you are kind of surprised how young and vital you look. Is that the case? I don't know.
Oh, yes, amazing. Yeah, that's people keep saying, where are you getting this energy from? And it goes on all the time.
It's not where you're getting it from. It's just life force. It is energy everyone should have. But that life force is diminished as you get older. You become a geriatric, It's no longer boomers. It's now I don't know your age, and I won't embarrass you by asking.
No, I tell everybody I'm 78.
Okay, well, I'm 77.
I knew we were close in age. We talked about it, I think, before.
Yeah, well, I'll be 78 in a month and a half.
Okay.
So, what's the big... but it's not boomer times for us, really.
Right.
We are geriatrics, but biologically, that's chronologic. It has to do with what day we were born here on this planet. But biologic age is the age at which your body is reacting, is behaving. How old are you biologically? That's the only real question.
Right.
And your biologic age is somewhere between 18 and 21.
Yay! I always feel that way.
Well, you are. I mean, now, is that immortality? No. I think probably we'll all wear out. I mean, age is a funny thing. If you live to be 120, you're supposed to be very long-lived, On the other hand, the Earth is billions of years old, and what's the difference? 30 or 40 years one way or the other. But in human standards, we are old, and yet we're young. We have this young biologic age. There's erosion. You see some wrinkles, this and that, etc. My hair is salt and pepper, No longer black the way it used to be. It's salt and pepper. But so what? What do I care?
Right.
But anecdotally, Um, about 30 years ago, I was losing all the hair on top of my head. I had the typical male pattern bald spot, which didn't bother me terribly. My father had it, and so what? Around then, I obviously healed whatever imbalance was making me lose my hair. And all of a sudden, I woke up one morning, I said, what the hell is this? I had this fuzz on top of my head. And now it's full. I
Really?
lost it all. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Right. I mean, there it is. So, what can I tell you?
And so that's really interesting that you would say that, because I happen to have gray hair, but I color it. And I don't know if I didn't color it, what would happen.
Well, I mean, you know what? It's cosmetics. If you like them, use them. It's fine.
Right.
I'm not any kind of purist about that. But losing hair and then not losing it, that's not coloring your hair. That's
It's true.
quite different.
Yes, that's true.
So, at any rate, this is what is happening. People are now succumbing to their hereditary diseases, but to understand, it's going to be, it'll increase. It'll be happening when people are in their 30s and 40s. It's starting to happen because they are biologically old. They are biologically old because their body's acting as if they're in their 90s rather than in their 30s or 40s. That is real age as opposed to chronologic age.
Okay, but let's just go to the AIM program, Stephen. So let's say that this person now today didn't know about the AIM program, is just discovering it from listening to the radio show, and they go ahead and they get in touch with you, and I'm going to give everybody that information so that you can get some information on this, because I've been on it for so long myself, and I wouldn't know what to do without being on it, but you can go ahead and either call 877-500-3622, 877-500-3622, or you can go to their website, which is AIM program.com. Go and do that. Now, the best thing is I met Stephen by reading his book first and purchasing his book, which is called Sanctuary, The Path to Consciousness. And it's a wonderful book, just wonderful. But I ought to read it again. I haven't read it for so many years. That's how I first met you. But I think that, and my question is then, if someone today calls and they get on the AIM program, will all this happen for them also?
Yes, it'll take roughly 2 years. It could be a year, could be even less, but it can take 2 years. And I always try and be conservative about that. And then after that time, they'll have nothing left hereditary. They will have healed whatever imbalances they came with. And make no mistake about it, in the absence of a gunshot, you fundamentally, your demise, transition because of what you brought with you. It's that simple. And it may not say so in your obituary, but it's true anyway. You just take a look at people, whatever, there are 30,000 people a year or so die from influenza, flu, right? That's common, people. But the flu is the flu. It's nothing. What they're dying from is the final insult, the last straw. If you and your grandmother and your grandmother's mother get the flu, you feel lousy for a little while, then you get better and you're fine. So if someone has, let's say, hereditary and active lung cancer, and they get the flu, they can't overcome it. Their immune system is too compromised. And so you could say, if you want, they died from the flu, but that's not really the case. They died from their hereditary and active lung cancer. I won't say it in the obituary, but it's true. You follow what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, that's the final straw, and it's just like, I mean, it's the way things happen. And the final straw is always like that. It's my analogy was always, if you see a guy with a camel, the camel's got like 10,000 pounds on its back, and it's struggling, and the man takes one straw and puts it on top of that huge stack. The camel just falls down, collapses, and dies. If the guy looked at you and said, this was a worthless animal, I put one straw on his back and look what happened, what would you say to this moron? I mean, you'd be at a loss for words. You'd be so stupid, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's sad to hear this.
Well, but that's fundamentally what happened. We transition from whatever we brought with us. That's the bad news. The good news is you can heal anything. So whatever you brought with you, you can heal. Now, healing is done by you. No one I know, I've read about people who heal others, and I understand the theory of it, but I never met people who heal others. I've met a lot of, quote, healers, unquote, and there are, I don't know how many, thousands upon thousands who call me a healer. Yet I can heal anything, like only do it in me. But you can do it for you. All we do is compel you, really, to focus on whatever it is you must heal. It's different for each person. And force you to focus on it until you have healed whatever that is. And once you heal something, it's gone. It's not like treating it where it may be in remission or something. It's not remission. It's gone. And you move on to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing seems endless, but it's not. Until you have healed every imbalance you have. There are so many. You must understand, life, we know almost nothing about life. The entire history of life is metaphysical. There has always been, and will always be, an attempt to make it predictable. That's called science. And I'm a scientist, and I love science, but science is just the most external trappings. What is going on? What's really happening in life is beyond science. And that's why life is fundamentally a spiritual phenomenon.
I wanted to tell you about something, and I'm sure.
Spiritual technology. I'm sorry.
No. Regarding thinking what you were saying, a very good friend of ours, and I'm sure that you knew Dr. Eadie Mitchell, the astronaut.
Sure.
Okay, he died. He died this past week. He died. I'm trying to remember what they said. I don't know what it was from. He had prostate cancer at one point, but then I thought it was healed. But he was quite a man. And of course, you know that he did believe in UFOs, and he did believe in a lot of those things, and felt that he, being the I would call, the scientist and also an activist, there was a loss for us. He was a very nice man.
Well, yes. It's impossible to escape the fact that science, quantum mechanics, quantum physics,
Right.
explains so little about what really happens in life. explanations. Will we ever know it all? I would doubt that. But we know almost nothing at this point. And nothing about really the mystery of life. What happens, why some live, some die, why some live well and live bountifully, and others have this miserable existence and then they transition. Nothing is accidental. See, fundamentally, the shocking news is not that everything is energy. E does equal MC². Everything is energy. But what's energy? You can't point to it. Everything is energy. You, me, the table in front of you, everything's energy.
Right.
But things kind of look different from each other, don't they?
Yes.
I mean, you don't look like your puppy, and on and on and on.
Right.
What makes for the difference? The difference is consciousness. It's something called consciousness that takes energy and shapes it into a particulate status. Particulate means unique. Particles. There is no particulate status to energy. It's just a wave that's endless, boundless. To have boundaries, to have size, shape, smell, taste, feeling, that takes consciousness, and it defines everything about your life and my life and all life. Consciousness is a spiritual phenomenon. That is why all the great physicists in modern times developed this profound spiritual understanding. Einstein, David Bohm, Niels Bohr, all of them, all my betters ended up in this same place, in that they understood life was fundamentally spiritual. And it most certainly is. And many people who know nothing about life would say, no, it's not. I don't think so. Fine. I never argue with people about that, because you can't argue about spirituality. I'm tempted to say religion, but religion is an organized phenomenon. Spirituality is the essence of it all. Spirituality is fundamentally perceiving that you are connected to everything and everyone in the entire blessed planet. For better and for worse, good and evil, you are part of everything. That's where it begins. Who the hell knows where it ends? I don't. I mean, because I'm flesh and blood. I'm mortal. It's like the rest of us.
Well, what I want to do is, when we talk about what I may see, that is with my eyes, and what someone else may see with their eyes, it's not the same, is it?
Oh, no, of course not. That's your perception. You can look at someone and you can say, I see them. I see they have two eyes, a nose, one mouth. I see them clearly. Someone else can look at someone and see everything about that. What's good, what's bad, what is grateful, what is graceless. They can see their entire lives. And both say, yes, I'm looking. The one who can see all that would probably say, I see what I see. I don't know what I don't see. The other one will say, I see him very clearly. I've told you before, 2 eyes, a nose, 1 mouth. I can see him. But you, pal, it's great happy for you. You got perfect vision. There is no number for vision. There's a number for visual acuity of sorts. 20/20 is considered perfect. See it 20 feet, well, you should see it 20 feet, whatever. But seeing or hearing are like knowing. Knowing is whether you do or don't know. Now, the pitfall to knowing is most people will go, I know that. Oh, you have no idea how little you know. And I think the rest of the song is how much to discover. And that discovery is what's defined my life. And little by little bit by little bit, I learn more and more. And it's very humbling and very gratifying and very thrilling. And this is what I do, what we must do. You hear that buzz on the phone, or is it just me?
No buzz. It's you.
Okay, well, fortunately, I believe it's my phone, not my head.
Okay. I wanted to, before we have to, stop, and we have time, but I wanted to ask you, and we don't ever get into political discussions, but I just think the world is in such upheaval, and it looks like they're coming in to tell me we probably don't have much time. Let me see how much time we have. What do we have? Oh, he wants me to stop. See, you got lucky. You don't have to talk about any of that. But I'm going crazy with it. So give me some words of advice, please.
What was that last sentence, Anita?
I said I'm going crazy with the political upheaval. So give me some advice.
There is no really good advice because I think the United States, speaking about the U.S., is about to implode, and I think it's going to be fundamentally like warfare.
Okay. And you know what? I just got the cutoff now, so we'll leave it with that. We'll see next time we talk where it's gone, okay?
All right. Give me a key next time. Say warfare, and I'll go, got it.
Good. Okay. Thank you so much. Love talking to you. We'll talk again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.